What up, Wastelanders? Christopher here, Gaslands NorCal. Thanks for joining me once again for another conversion video. Now this time I'm going to be converting this 76 Chevy Chevette. It's very, Hot Wheels looking and stuff. It's from their drag strip series. Going to into a badass, a Wastelands Gaslands vehicle. But for this build, I am specifically going to be using only bits and pieces, 3D bits, coming from Warlock 3D models by Nicholas Hein. Now, he just kind of came onto the scene probably a few weeks ago when he posted a bunch of his stuff on the Gaslands Facebook page. Looking at his site, he's got a ton of different stuff for other games, but this looks to be his first Gaslands Wastelands package. Now, when I say package, this thing, all these files that he's selling are just fantastic, and it comes with a whole slew of stuff. He's got wheels, he's got guns, big guns, little guns, 3D guns. He's got a whole bunch of these really cool rams with all this outstanding detail. He's got armor pieces, he's got exhaust, he's got little add-ons like nitrous tanks and whatnot. Even like this thing looks kind of like a smoke dropper or something. Weapons, a whole bunch of stuff, and it's all for $3. And like I'm saying, it's not just these wheels and this gun. There's probably 10 or 12 different bits and pieces for each category, for all rams and everything else. They come supported and unsupported. I like my stuff supported. I don't like to support my own stuff. All the supports are just amazing. I have not had a failed print at all with any of his stuff. And like I said, all this stuff for $3. This is not a paid advertising. I'm not getting anything for this. I just came across this guy, checked out his stuff, saw how awesome it was, and then I was amazed it was only $3. If you have a 3D printer, if you have a friend that has a 3D printer, if your neighbor has a 3D printer and you can sneak in and borrow it, well, maybe not, get on his site, buy his stuff, because it is absolutely awesome. So that's what I'm going to be using for this build specifically. And yeah, I've already done one just using all of his stuff, and it just came out totally killer. All these bits and pieces and wheels and everything are from Nicholas Hein Warlock 3D models. So that's what we're going to be doing for this build. But first off, we got to get this baby apart, get her into the stripper. Alright, we're all primed up and ready to go. Looking pretty good. Got that orange color off of there. I really like how the detail on this, you can really see the tail lights, and like how the scoop stayed on there. Sometimes the scoop's like the plastic part of the inner body and stuff, but this one's not, so awesome. So I'm going to be using the Monument Hobbies Pro Acryl Turquoise for this build. Really like their paints, as you know. Love all the vast array of colors and everything else. Goes on really smooth. So that's what we're going to be using on this one. Not sure if I'm going to be adding any decals or how I'm going to go into it, as we get along, but we shall see. But first, let's get this baby all painted up in turquoise, and then we will move on to the next step. Alright, so we're all painted up in the turquoise blue, looking very smurfy. Next we're going to go ahead and hit it with the Agrax just to tone down the color a little bit, start getting a little more weathered and whatnot. Make everything pop out and all where the nooks and crannies are at, so we can see where we want to go next with this. But yeah, really do like these colors. Monument Hobbies just outstanding, so let's start grinding it up. Alright, so we're all grimed up and ready to go. Got it all back together and everything. Looking very Wastelands or Gaslands, coming along just peachy keen, if I do say so myself. Gonna get a little bit of detail work done on the bumper and the headlights and everything else. The door handles and stuff all painted up. So we'll get that going on. As you can see, I got all the armor and the ram and the wheels and weapons, everything all picked out. So I'm gonna get all these all primed up in black and dry brushed in silver to get those ready to go. So yeah, let's get this going and get this baby together. Alright, so we're all, I got a little bit of detail on there. You can see I did do some decals. Thomas Wynn Studios, great stuff, great guy, I just love it. Got the tail lights and the headlights and everything going on. Next, we'll be doing some putting all the bits and pieces on there that we got all painted up and ready to go. But first, I'm going to do a little bit of chipping with the MIG chipping acrylic. As always, I'm just using the sponge method like I normally do, just around the wheel wells and a little bit just around the edges, just to give it a little bit more of the weathering effect that is so much Gaslands. So let's get that done, and then we will get everything on here, and yeah, we'll see where we're at, but getting close to calling this one done. Alright, first stage chipping all done and weathering. Next we're going to be getting all the bits and pieces on there, get the wheels and the weapons and the armor and whatnot. And then we'll probably do a little bit of rusting just to give it that finishing touch before do some dusting on there, and then we will be good to go. But first, let's get this baby back together and we will see how she looks. Alright. So everything is on there, got the armor and everything on there. That ram is just awesome. Got a big old heavy duty machine gun in the front. Another one just poking out there. Got some nitrous on there. Yeah, this thing is just outstanding. I love these bits and pieces from Nicholas Hein Warlock 3D models. He just does a great job. I'm really glad he is on the scene. Next, we're going to do a little bit of rusting, and then we'll get it all dusted up, and then this one will be ready for the Wastelands. And there we have it. One 76 Chevy Chevette transformed from Hot Wheels Humdrum to Wastelands Warrior using Warlock 3D models, bits and pieces from Nicholas Hein. Great guy. So glad I found his stuff. Definitely check him out. All of his stuff is on his website. I'll link in the description. Super inexpensive. Just outstanding bits and pieces. Absolutely love it. Definitely going to be using a lot more of his stuff in the future. If you enjoyed this video, if you learned something, do me a favor and hit that like button. My goal is to do weekly videos, whether they're vehicle builds, train builds, whatever. So if that's for you, please hit the sub button below and ring the bell to get notified when new content drops. I do sell all my builds pretty inexpensively on my Etsy page, so if you want to pick something up, see what else I've done, you can even request a custom build. Until next time, keep your foot on the gas and your finger on the trigger. Gaslands NorCal, signing out.